One of the most famous wrestlers ever, Hulk Hogan made his first big splash in pop culture playing the character of Thunderlips in Rocky III. Soon enough, he became a wildly popular star in WWA, helping redefine pro wrestling in the 1980s and then proving influential in the 1990s with his famous heel turn and the formation of the New World Order. He's proven controversial over the years for various backstage reasons, as well as his personal life, but there's no denying that he was a big deal for a long time. In between body-slamming giants and executing his devastating leg drop on opponents in arenas all over the world, Hogan was also a leading man in movies, a merchandising phenomenon, and an all-around pop culture mainstay for kids throughout the 80s and 90s. For more on the man behind Hulkamania, here are 10 facts you should know, brother. Fact number 1, he was scared of wrestlers. At the age of 12, Hogan was 6 feet tall and weighed 195 pounds. Though he was huge in stature, he was afraid of wrestlers. Back in the day, wrestlers were protective of the game and could easily punch you in the face for calling the sport fake. Those days, there were no lawyers, so no lawsuits, no cell phones, meaning no one could take pictures or videos, and so wrestlers could do whatever they wanted, and they got away with it. Fact number 2, baseball was his first love. As a kid in Tampa Bay, Hogan had his eyes set on a career as a big league pitcher. His Inter-Bay Little League team even played in the National Regional Finals in 1966, though he gave up the game, winning home run, so his team didn't get to go to the Little League World Series. Milb scouts soon had their eyes on him, but he injured his throwing elbow during his final year of high school, putting an end to his pitching days. "It was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I segued into wrestling," Hogan told the Melb. "Once my arm wasn't what it was, I started chasing the wrestling dream around, and it finally happened. But baseball was the first love." Fact number 3, he also started a music career. Hogan started playing guitar when he was in junior high. "I wasn't a big sports guy," he told Vice. "I was into music and had long hair." He soon started playing bass guitar in bands, including one called Ruckus. They played rock and roll covers and also had about 5 original songs. "Our band was so tight," Hogan said. "The whole building would move when we played." They were clearly on the right track toward musical success. "We were out there playing for money to get on our feet and get ready to do what we needed to do," he said. They had the chance to tour with Mother's Finest and Blackfoot, but the other guys in the band had families and chose not to. Fact number 4, he got fired from the WWF for starring in Rocky III. The old school thought was that wrestlers should never do TV and movies in order to avoid exposing the business as choreographed, so it was a major taboo when Hulk appeared as Thunder Lips in Rocky III. "If you were a wrestler, you were a wrestler," Hulk explained on Austin's podcast. "The role cost him his job with all of under Vince McMahon, sir." So Hulk went to wrestle for the American Wrestling Association for a while before Vince McMahon Jr., who took over the company from his father, pulled him back to WF to make him the star of the program. Fact number 5, his wrestling name originated because he was bigger than the Incredible Hulk. Born Terry Eugene Bolla, Hogan wrestled under various names, including Terry Boulder, Super Destroyer, and Sterling Golden in his early days in the late 1970s. But when he was on a talk show with the actor who played the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, the host recognized that the 6'7", 300-pound Hogan was actually bigger than Ferrigno, thus dubbing him the Hulk. When WWA promoter Vincent McMahon Sr. asked him to take on an Irish personality in 1979, he became Hulk Hogan. His first reaction to McMahon's suggestion, "Wow, Hulk Hogan sounds like a Hulk Hoagie or something," he said, but the name stuck. It worked, and it's just incredible. The name stood the test of time. Fact number 6, his parents finally approved of his career when he won his first title. When he won his first title in 1984 by famously escaping the camel clutch of the Iron Sheik, it was a great moment in wrestling history, but for Hogan, the victory was more important because his parents were in the audience. He had gone from studying finance and management at the University of South Florida to quitting and playing music back and forth several times. "I finally quit for good to be a professional wrestler," he said. "It just killed both my parents. It just ruined their hopes and dreams for me." So, we had a very strained relationship for quite a long time. But that victory in Madison Square Garden changed everything. My dad and mom came to the dressing room, and they both said how proud they were of me, he said. They were very, very happy that I made that decision to be a wrestler. So that was the personal greatest moment ever in my career. His WrestleMania 3 match against Andre the Giant changed the industry. I match against Andre the Giant changed the industry, often hailed as one of the most notable matchups in wrestling history. Hogan took on Andre the Giant in 1987 in front of 90,000 fans in the Pontiac Silverdome in Detroit, which Bleacher Report called the first truly epic match in WrestleMania's long and illustrious history because it was the epitome of perfect booking, and both wrestlers were suited for a match of that magnitude, while Andre had a far longer tenure than Hogan. It was the newbie who won with a body slam and leg drop. When I got that 7'4", almost 700-pound big stinky giant up over my head and slammed him down in front of 93,000 people, it sent tremors around the world, Hogan said. It was the greatest thing I ever did in the wrestling ring. It was a one-time deal, brother. I'm glad that giant went up and came crashing down. Hogan's newfound fame was credited for popularizing the sport. Fact number 8. He's the only pro wrestler ever to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Hogan landed on the cover of Sports Illustrated's April 1985 issue, where he was lauded as pro wrestling's top banana. There's some disagreement about whether Hulk is the only pro wrestler to ever play cover model for the magazine. But since The Rock's cover came after his Hollywood mega success alongside an article about his football career, and Ronda Rousey graced the cover for her UFC and modeling prowess, not her WWA career, it's clear that Hulk is the only one to be on the cover strictly because of pro wrestling. Fact number 9. Hogan Knows Best was an instant hit. The reality show following his family, then wife Linda, daughter Brooke, and son Nick, Hogan Knows Best broke records when it debuted in the summer of 2005, becoming VH1's highest-rated series premiere, as well as its highest-rated regular teleast ever at the time. It was part of the cable network's Sunday night celebrity programming block. The show ran for 4 seasons through October 2007. What they didn't predict was that the show would end up following Hogan and Linda's marital troubles, with the two filing for divorce in 2007. That same year, Nick was in a car incident that critically injured his friend John Graziano and was sentenced to 8 months in prison. Fact number 10. He tried to join the Rolling Stones and Metallica. Well into his wrestling career, Hogan started contemplating other career options. I always still loved music, he told Vice. When he was in the UK for an awards show, he overheard Mick Jagger's then-wife Jerry Hall say they needed a bass player.
I was like, look, I used to play bass. I know all the Rolling Stones songs.
Tell Mick if you guys need a bass player for the Rolling Stones, I swear to God I could show up, he recalled. I could rehearse one day and play everything they play, but the call never came. Later, he heard Metallica had an opening for a bass player. I was writing letters, made a tape of myself playing and sent it to their management company, he said. Kept making calls trying to get through. I tried for 2 weeks and never heard a word back from them either.